Open letter to the Courtroom Crybaby Bubbles, master of extensions and excuses. Dear Bubbles, congratulations, you've done it again. You've managed to file yet another motion in federal courtroom that screams, "I'm not ready, I never was, and I never may be." And lo and behold, the ever-patient Judge Bolitho granted you a generous 21-day extension to respond after amending complaint is filed. That's right, Brucey. You secured a rain check on your own legal panic attack. You saw the amended complaint on the horizon and said, better start crying now so the judge hears me over the thunder. You're not just asking to kick the can down the road anymore. You've thrown the can into a wood chipper and asked the court to grant you time to reassemble it using duct tape and tears. Well, let's just take a moment to appreciate the comedic elegance of this moment. You weren't facing a deadline. You weren't responding to the actual complaint because it hasn't even been filed yet. You were just preemptively announcing that whenever it does drop, you're going to need some breathing room. Presumably to do what you've done for months. Meltdowns and filings, ghostwrite for pro se co-defendants, and rage email half of YouTube with conspiracy pitches that even InfoWars would reject. And once again, you invoke the sacred words, "for good cause." What exactly was the good cause this time, Bruce? Your seasonal allergies? Your wounded ego? Did your moral compass break down again and you had to stop and find a replacement? Or maybe you were just exhausted from creating the anti-what-the-hell's media ecosystem and needed a nap. You're a disgrace to motion practice, Bruce, a walking bad faith filing, a fevered dream in loafers. You write legal briefs like you're ghost writing for a sov sit with an English degree from DeVry. Everything you touch turns to shit. Every pleading. A grab of projection, delusion, and that unmistakable stench of, "I'm not actually prepared, Your Honor, but please don't yell." Well, let's be real. This wasn't a grand legal maneuver. This was an emotional support filing. You're not practicing law. You're doing improv with a bar guard. This case is not complex, Bruce, but you are. A Rube Goldberg machine of bad decisions and self-inflicted disasters. You got sanctions. You got roasted. You failed to show up to hearings. You had your filings struck like the bell at a boxing match. You whined about biased judges, conspiracies, and YouTube narrative wars while pretending you didn't create half of them. And now, having spent the past month melting down in emails, ducking hearings, and accusing federal judges of misconduct, your masterstroke is to whisper into the court's ear, "Yes, just give me a little more time, Your Honor. I swear I'll be a good boy this round." Oh, Bubbles, please. At this point, the docket should come with a content warning say, "May contain desperation." Let me translate what this motion really said. I know a storm is coming, and I'd rather build a pillow for it than face it. And honestly, who could blame you? The amended complaint reads like a horror anthology where every chapter ends with you doing something even dumber than the last. You're not just in the lawsuit, you're one of its plot twists. You're the Easter egg in the courtroom drama no one asked for except of candy. You're filled with ego and unverifiable footnotes. Here's some free advice, Bubbles. Extensions only delay consequences. They don't erase them. You can file motions until your keyboard gives out, but at the end of the day, the facts aren't on your side. The court isn't buying your pity tour, and your co-defendants are about one live stream away from implicating you in a group chat theater production of "Who Screwed Up the Worst?" Every time you show your face in this case, it's not with argument, it's with excuses. You ghost wrote garbage for pro se defendants. You wept about bias from the bench after being slapped with an order you earned. You filed motions like a drunk uncle on karaoke night, off-key, too long, and missing key facts, and now you want more time. Of course you do, because you know it's coming. The amended complaint doesn't name you, it fillets you. It lays out your collusion, your emails, your threats, your anti-what-the-hell's wet dream conspiracy group chats, and your late-night craving for that motherfucking audio file. You didn't just join the conspiracy, you started drafting its theme song. And now you've asked for time. What would you do with it, Bruce? Spending it pacing your empty office, fantasizing about shouting over Tug again, spamming another round of rage emails to Megan Fox, to you guy, whatnot, PJ Media, and the mayor of Middle Earth? Or will you be updating your resume? Because after this, you'll need to. You don't need 21 days, Bruce. You need an intervention, a vacation, and possibly a new career path that doesn't involve speaking under oath. But hey, you got your 21 days. Use them well. Practice your apologies, rehearse your shocked face, and maybe, just maybe, read a rule or two before pretending you follow them. Because the clock is ticking, Bruce. And when that complaint drops, it won't be justice delayed. It will be karma on a schedule. Tick tock, bubbles, tick tock. Yours in Courtroom Patience Exhaustion is Shizzy Wiz, not federal filings translator and unofficial therapist for the Melted Council, and still your daddy.